Hello everybody, Xanaphar here, and today I'm doing a review of the English dub of Ultraman Z, episode 8, so let's get into it. Saying first, let's talk about the characters. Let's talk about Haruki. He spars in this episode and basically gets his butt whooped, and he loses the Z-Wiser again. Haruki does get the Z-Wiser back again. So Haruki in this episode is pretty good. I liked him in this episode. Let's talk about Yoko. Yoko is pretty good in this episode. She spars with Haruki and beats him, and she also spars with Yuka. She gets kidnapped by these two Ainoins, but she does get free because of Haruki and fights the two Ainoins with Yuka. She even simps for Zet even more in this episode because Zet's new form.
This might be the most handsome form he's taken yet, Yuka!
What the fuck?
Let's talk about Yuka. Yuka is absolutely hilarious in this episode. I would not want to be an Ainoin because I would be absolutely terrified of her. Because she is terrifying. Chasing the Ainoin and everything and just going crazy and having fun. But she's absolutely hilarious. Let's talk about Judla. Judla is awesome in this episode. He goes to investigate about Celebro and everything, even finding him and trying to kill him at first. And then he, steals Celebro's kaiju medals. Now let's talk about Bako. Bako has a little appearance in this episode, very funny. He has Haruki do the same thing that happened to him, and then he knocks down Haruki. Poor Haruki, he's getting his butt whooped in this episode. Let's talk about Celebro. Celebro is really good in this episode. He's making some kaiju medals, and he's working with some Ainoin pits, or at least controlling them, it seems like. All the characters are really good in this episode. They are very interesting and have very much fun scenes. Let's talk about the dubbing. The Ainoin pits. Dubbing is really good. I like the dubbing. I think they worked very well and did a good job. That's really all I can say. And the rest of the dubbing, I honestly feel like I broke the record, but they are all doing a great job. The dub is just really, really good. I'm very impressed with the dub. Now let's talk about the effects. Let's first talk about Ultraman Z's new form, Gamma Future. This form either has to be my favorite form or my second favorite form. It's just a really beautiful looking form and I love how it looks. It has Tiga, Dyna, Gaia. It hits my nostalgia feels very well because I love Tiga and Dyna. And it's just a really great form. Any nitpick I can say about it though would be I wish it had some blue on it to represent Dyna, but still, it's a great form and I love it very much. Let's talk about 5 King. 5 King is an epic kaiju. I love 5 King very much because it's a mix of Tiga, Dyna, Gaia monsters all together. It's a beautiful kaiju and I really love the head because it's Goza's head and Goza is my favorite Ultra monster, so I love 5 King very much. The fight scene in this episode is so fantastic. It's such a good fight scene. It's also really cool that the Gamma Future can use Tiga, Dyna, and Gaia to fight with him. That is really cool. I think my favorite shot in this episode is this one. It's just a beautiful shot. So the effects in this episode is fantastic. My criticisms. Shouldn't Yoko and Yuka wearize the uniform of what Celebro is wearing? Because clearly it's their cleanup crew uniform. Shouldn't they wearize that uniform and be like, hey, he works at storage? Now this is not a criticism, I just think it's a bit funny and weird. Like how the hell did Yuka and Yoko got knocked out by the Ainoin pit? Like, what was that? What do I like about this episode? Gamma Future. Just an awesome Ultraman design. I love it very much. And I love how he fights using magic abilities. How 5 King is defeated in this episode is honestly a very interesting way to defeat the kaiju. By going tiny and going inside them and then blowing them from the inside. That's really cool and really interesting. I love Judla in this episode. He was fantastic, so cool. I also really like this scene when Judla is looking at the Ultraman Dyna medal and then gives it to Ultraman Z. He says, "Show me how a warrior light fights." I love that so very much because it's a callback to Ultraman Orb Origins. Well, Dyna tells him that's not how a warrior light fights. That's an interesting callback. So what is my final thoughts for episode 8 of Ultraman Z? I really like this episode, mostly because of Gamma Future and Judla. I just really like this episode because it's a really fun episode and just a really good one. Well, that's it for this review. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me down below what you think of the episode, and what do you think of Gamma Future? Do you like this form? Also, if you're new, subscribe. If you like this video, drop a like for this video. Okay, Xanathar is out.